My channel has been sleeping. Shh. Well, I'm gonna wake her up. Don't wake her up. Kidding. I'm kidding. So yeah. So welcome once again to my channel. I'm Betsy, and this is Being and Becoming. And tonight I am waking up my channel after 2 months away. In January to February, I did a 30-day shorts challenge that Pat Flynn had put out there, and I took that channel up. I'd been wanting to film a YouTube channel for a long time, and it was my moment. And I took the moment, I ran with the moment, and after I was done, I um, did a couple long form videos, got them posted, and then life happened and got busy. We had a sick kitten, some health issues, work was busy. And yeah, it was difficult to get back to work. However, I do know that's part of the story. And the full story is that the whole YouTube thing has been hard for me. I've been trying to figure out how to gel my strengths with the medium of online conversation and connection. And I I brought a little show and tell. I had taken a test. I'm like a test, like a personality test junkie. I had taken a few years ago this Clifton Strengths test that I would highly recommend to anyone. And I thought I'm just going to pull out my Clifton Strengths and talk to ChatGPT about my strengths, my weaknesses, and maybe get some insight into what is making getting myself going hard. So the backstory is I love people. I love working with people. I love helping people. And it's something that I've been blessed to have experience with one-to-one in church settings and just other counseling settings. And when I did YouTube, it felt to me like people were like totally like, obviously you're filming to a camera, but it felt like there was like this wall of glass, and it was like cold to the touch, and there was like the silence and like deadly stillness. That sounds like very dramatic and morbid, but I really had a hard time feeling connection with my audience. And so another challenge came about. So this live challenge is out there. So I thought, well, maybe I'll do something like crazier than jumping out of an airplane and go live, because it would be better to jump out of an airplane than to go live on YouTube. So, so far so good. I'm handling it. I don't think anybody's here, but that's all good. That's fine with me. So, yeah. So I guess as I was going through my strengths and my weaknesses, it just hit me how like my number one strength is empathy. And I'm so used to like connecting with somebody face to face across a table, or just even like I feel people's feelings wherever I go. It's a blessing and a curse. Um, I guess as I was reading through those strengths and considering the weaknesses as well, it just really hit me how the collection of strengths that I have, like towards the top on the Clifton Strengths test, are just really, they really come together perfectly for connecting live with people. And then there's a great many of the strengths that are very good to help me like overthink. Anyway, the strengths are also the weaknesses, I guess, is what I'm getting at when it comes to being a self-starter and getting a channel going and putting myself out there in where I really want to connect with people and find a space where I can provide encouragement and um, just like my passion is for all of us. So my channel is called Being and Becoming, and I want to celebrate being. I want to celebrate who God made us to be, and the enoughness that we innately hold as just being made by God, being made in his image, having worth and having value, being loved by God, and through Christ, how we are perfectly accepted. And also, so balancing all of that, like where there doesn't need to be any striving or shame, and then balancing that with becoming, which is the part of life, like the exciting part of life where we can take the natural gifts and take our interests and take our experiences and step out into dreams and into goals and into discovery. And so the crazy thing about this channel is that the things that I want to really encourage other people in, because I have been blessed to really interact with a lot of people and to see all the wonderful traits and like the whole picture of who a person is, like to celebrate that. I love also seeing people step out. So all of that, what I want to encourage others in, this is like a petri dish for allowing me to explore that as well. So I guess one thing that I would put out there for anyone who is watching, who sees this now or later, is rest. Rest in who you are and find ways to get to know yourself better, to discover your strengths, and maybe consider how those strengths, where they light up, there also could be like a counterpart where it makes it challenging, and then just learn how to overcome those areas of weakness. For example, at the bottom of my strengths finder, again, I was talking to ChatGPT and he said, you're wired not to put yourself out there. You're wired to like just be in your head and have these wonderful thoughts and just like daydream, which from that's whenever I was little, I was a daydreamer. So I just would really encourage anyone who hears these words just to really first celebrate who you are, rest in who you are, rest in who God made you to be, rest in your creator and his love for you, but also find ways to explore who you are. Like I love Myers-Briggs. DISC is very helpful. Clifton Strengths. There's so many different ways to get to know your strengths, your weaknesses, and just once you know some of those things, like no shame, no judgment on anything that you have as a weakness, but just to maybe challenge yourself, find ways to challenge yourself. Maybe you have friends or loved ones or a counselor or an AI who can help you to consider how you can challenge yourself. So for me, I'm really hoping I can get out of my head and really take action, because I really have felt led to explore this space of YouTube and social media. So I'm going to take my own advice and yeah, take action. And I would love to hear from any of you, any tips or tricks, things that you've learned about yourself, or maybe things that you've learned that have helped you to kind of get yourself stronger in areas where maybe you don't feel like you have strengths. So I think what's amazing and beautiful is how we can be constantly on a learning and growing journey until we leave this planet. And I think it's really easy to have some type of feelings about how we are made and really beat ourselves up. And I'm pretty good at doing that myself personally. So I hope you are not, but I think this is a season for all of us to just be real, embrace the strengths, embrace the weaknesses. We all have them. And yeah, take steps to stretch ourselves, to grow, and to celebrate and be kids again and play. That's something I really want to have, is like the enthusiasm and the freedom of a kid, just to play and just to enjoy and to create. So I would love to hear any feedback or comments about your own journey, what you're learning, what you're being stretched in, and the risks that you're taking and how you are moving forward. So this is day 1 of 7. I'm going to show up 7 days. and take action and stretch myself. And I look forward to hearing from any of you what you are learning and experiencing. I will talk to you soon.